I found 10 repositioning cruises for late 2026 across 10 different cruise lines. These are all under $100 a night. Some of the best cruise deals in the world are hiding in something called repositioning cruises. And today I found 10 repositioning cruises for late 2026 across 10 different cruise lines, all for $100 per person per night or less. Some of these are crossing the Atlantic. One goes from Vancouver to Tokyo. One is on the only true ocean liner left in the world, and the cheapest one, just $41 per night. Yeah, this is not normal vacation pricing. So what is a repositioning cruise? If you're new to cruising, a repositioning cruise happens when a cruise ship needs to move from one part of the world to another. Think Europe to the Caribbean, Alaska to Asia, Mediterranean to South America. The ship has to move anyway, so cruise lines sell the cabins cheap instead of sailing empty. So what does that mean? Well, it means longer cruises, more sea days, incredible itineraries, and often insanely low prices. This is one of the biggest ways that Kirk and I keep our costs low while traveling full-time on cruise ships. And yes, I always add extra money mentally for things like gratuities, taxes, internet, and all the little gotchas. But even after that, these deals are still crazy. Let's start with number one, the MSC Grandiosa, $41 per night. Out of my list today, this is the cheapest. So it leaves October 31st, 2026. It leaves from Barcelona going to Miami for 13 nights at $41 per person per night. The MSC Grandiosa was built in 2019 and holds around 6,300 passengers. This thing is massive. It's got big theaters, it's got big buffet, big European style cruise experience. And really, at $41 a night, I don't need the Mona Lisa hanging over my bed. If you want to see what an MSC cabin or ship actually looks like, please check out our MSC videos on this channel. I'll link it below for you. Number two, Carnival Freedom, $47 per night. So next up, we have Carnival. The Carnival Freedom is leaving Barcelona on October 17th, 2026, and it goes to Port Canaveral. 13 nights, $47 per person per night. Now, this ship was built in 2007 and it carries around 3,000 passengers. And the Carnival Freedom is classic Carnival. So it's lively, it's casual, and it's fun. This is one of those cruises where the ship feels energetic from the morning until midnight. And crossing the Atlantic for less than many airport hotels, well, that's hard to beat. Number three on my list is Holland America Oosterdam at $58 per person per night. The Holland America Oosterdam is leaving Barcelona on November 4th, 2026, and it's going to Fort Lauderdale. It's a 14-night itinerary at $58 per person per night. The Oosterdam was built in 2003 and holds around 2,000 passengers, so it's a little smaller than all of the rest on this list. Holland America is one of our favorite cruise lines for longer sailings. Really, the food is great, the atmosphere is calm, and the beds are dangerous. Seriously, you can accidentally nap for hours on end. This is a fantastic option for people who prefer a quieter, more classic cruise experience. And Holland America does have a lot of music, so that's another big bonus. Number four on my list, Norwegian Dawn at $62 per night. On November 1st, 2026, Norwegian Dawn is leaving Lisbon going to Jacksonville, Florida for 14 nights at $62 per person per night. This was built in 2002 and it carries around 2,300 passengers. There's no pressure, there's no strict dress code, just lots of dining options. And Lisbon to Florida sounds like a pretty nice way to avoid the winter. At number 5 on my list, we have the Enchanted Princess at $64 per night. So the Enchanted Princess leaves Rome on November 17th and it goes to Fort Lauderdale for 16 nights at $64 per person per night. This ship was built in 2020 and carries around 3,600 passengers. And Enchanted Princess is one of the newer ships on this list. So Princess Cruises tends to nail comfort and entertainment and service and a very relaxed onboard atmosphere. This is the kind of cruise where people suddenly decide that they like sea days. And number 6 on my list, we have Royal Caribbean Explorer of the Seas at $68 per night. So the Explorer of the Seas leaves Barcelona on October 31st, 2026 and arrives in Port Canaveral after 13 nights at sea. $68 per person per night. So the Explorer was built in 2000 and carries about 3,000 passengers. And yes, this ship has an indoor skating rink because apparently Royal Caribbean looked at the middle of the ocean and thought, you know what this needs? Ice skating. Royal Caribbean is fantastic for people who want a lot of choice with activities, entertainment, they want high energy, and lots to choose from because there's so much happening on board. And number 7 on my list, Celebrity Constellation at $79 per night. The Celebrity Constellation leaves Rome on November 2nd, 2026 and ends up in San Juan after 15 nights at $79 per person per night. Now, this ship was built in 2002 and carries about 2,100 passengers. Celebrity Constellation gives you more of a refined experience without going full luxury pricing. Celebrity does a really nice job with their food, with their atmosphere, and the overall comfort. This is a fantastic balance between upscale and affordable. And next on my list, we have Costa Diadema at $87 per night. The Costa Diadema leaves November 1st from Marseille, France to Rio de Janeiro for 21 nights at $87 per person per night. It was built in 2014 and is one of the largest ships on this list. And let's be honest, Marseille to Rio sounds less like a cruise and more like a James Bond movie. 21 nights across the Atlantic to South America is a huge adventure for under $100 a night. And next we have number 9, Norwegian Jade at $89 per night. The Norwegian Jade leaves September 21st, 2026 from Vancouver, Canada to Tokyo for 16 nights at $89 per person per night. And this ship was built in 2006 and carries around 2,300 passengers. The Norwegian Jade gives you something completely different from the usual Atlantic crossing. This Pacific crossing has long sea days, changing cultures, and it ends in Tokyo. Honestly, that itinerary alone sounds incredible. And number 10, now we have the Cunard Queen Elizabeth at $98 per night. Cunard Queen Elizabeth leaves December 29th, 2026 from Miami to Southampton for 21 nights, $98 per person per night. 21 nights crossing the Atlantic on Cunard for under $100 a night is kind of wild. There's a lot of included tea, not to mention New Year's Eve party. Okay, technically this makes 11, but this one deserved a mention. The icon, Queen Mary II. The Queen Mary II is not technically a cruise ship. It's an ocean liner. It's the only one left in the world. Cunard Queen Mary II at $92 per night. On October 30th, Queen Mary II leaves New York to Southampton for 7 nights, $92 per person per night. On this ship, you'll find formal nights, afternoon tea, and classic Atlantic crossing vibes. And if you've ever wanted to recreate the glamour of old school ocean travel without becoming a 1920s oil tycoon, this is your chance. So there you have it. Some of the least expensive or cheapest repositioning cruises that I could find for you across 10 different cruise lines in late 2026. MSC, Carnival, Holland America, Norwegian, Princess, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Costa Cruises, Cunard. What a list! Now, this is exactly how we keep our costs low while traveling the world full-time on cruise ships. You don't need unlimited money to cruise more. What you do need is flexibility. You need timing and a willingness to sail where the ship needs to go. And this is where the best adventures usually start anyway. And if you've enjoyed this video, please check out our other cruise deal videos, our ship tours, cabin tours, and full-time cruise living content right here on this channel. And please let me know in the comments, which of these repositioning cruises would you book first? Please make sure that you subscribe to this channel because I will be showing you how to do a ship hopping adventure using this list in the near future. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.